Hi everybody! So today I'm going to show you how to make Princess Sally Acorn from Sonic. I did have this video up before and I took it down after being told I forgot the ears. So sorry and thank you for telling me. I'm going to make her looking like this. I'm going to use one loom and our loom is going to be in its original position with the arrows facing down. The colors that I'm going to use about 45 caramel color bands. I'm going to use about 56 of the lighter color blue from Rainbow Loom. I'm going to use 19 black. I'm going to use about 22 white, about 78 red, 26 skin color. I'm going to use 2 burgundy bands for her eyebrows. I'm going to use 2 dark blue jellies for the shoes. And this time around I chose to use 2 dark blue jelly for the eyes. Or you can use 2 ocean blue, whatever you prefer for the eyes. You're going to need a pair of scissors just to cut the eyelashes after, and I'm going to get started. The first thing we're going to do is make her arms. I have the layout of the one arm. I'm going to show you how to do one, and then you're going to pause the video to make yourself another. So I'm going to start off with double bands of the caramel color, and I'm going to go down the loom 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now grab your hook. You're going to take a single white band and you're going to wrap this around 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to do the same thing with the blue band. Wrap it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to slide this on double caramel bands. So attach to the hook, support with your finger, and you want to pinch these bands and slide them on. And we're going to attach to the loom with the blue band facing towards the top. Now double white bands, go down once, and a single band, you want to cap the end 3 times. So you just want to wrap it around that bottom peg here 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. We're ready to loop up. So with your hook, reach in at the bottom, move that cap band out of the way, reach for the bottom 2 white bands. You might want to hold the cap band down and go forward. And you can remove off the loom. It's going to look a bit funny, but I'm going to show you how to fix at the end. So you can just remove it off your hook, pause the video, and make yourself another. Now what we're going to do is make the back part of her hair. I'm going to show you how to do 1, and then you're going to pause the video and make a total of 3. So you're going to make 2 more. I have the layout here in front of me just so you can kind of pause the video and copy instead of rewinding. I'm going to start off with double red bands, and I'm going to go down the loom 8 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're going to take a single red band and you're going to cap the end 3 times. So you're just taking a band and wrapping it around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. You could pause the video now and copy and make 2 more. I'm going to start to loop. So I'm going to go in at the bottom, moving that cap band out of the way and grabbing the bottom 2 bands. You'll hold the cap band down and go forward. I'm going to remove off the loom, so I'm just going to reach in pull it off slowly. And I'm going to remove off my hook and just put it to the side. So pause the video and make 2 more. So now I'm going to show you how to do the front pieces for her hair. I have done 1. You're going to need a total of 3. So I'm going to do 1 with you, and then you're going to pause the video and make 2 more. I've done the layout here, so you can just pause and copy. You're going to start off with double red bands, and you're going to go down the loom 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Take a single red band, and you're going to cap the end 3 times. So wrap it around. 1, 2, and 3. We're ready to loop, so grab your hook, reach in, I'm going to hold that cap band down, and go forward. And I'm going to remove off the loom, remove it off my hook, and put to the side. Pause the video and make 2 more. Now we're ready to do our body. So I'm going to start off using 3 bands of the neck color. So I'm going to be using the caramel, 3 bands, and I'm going to go down once in the center. Now I'm going to switch to our blue color, double bands, and I'm going to go from the center down to the right, double bands from the center down to the left. Give it a push down. Now, taking double bands, we're going to go down 3 times on the right and then 3 times on the left. 1, 2, and 3, and now on the left. 1, 2, and 3. Now switching to double black bands, I'm going to go down once in the center, double black bands once on the right, once on the left. Now I'm going to go down 3 times in the middle using double blue bands. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to switch to double white bands, and I'm going to do her belt. So I'm going to go from the left and stretch it to the right, but I'm going to do a figure 8. So I'm going to twist the band and give it a slight push down. I'm going to close off the bottom part, so I'm going to use double black bands, and I'm going to go from the left down to the center, and then center up to the right. We have one more section here, and this is where we're going to make the tail, and I'm just going to use the bottom part of our loom. I'm going to start off with double black bands, and I'm just going to go down once on the right. I'm going to switch to my caramel color, a single band. I'm going to go from the right down to the center. Single caramel, go from the center down to the left. Single caramel, go down once on the right. Now we're going to take a single caramel, and I'm going to give it a stretch from the left to the right. I'm going to push down a little bit on the left. Take a single band, caramel, and wrap it around on the left side 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now taking a single caramel, I'm going to put a holding band from the center down to the right, but I'm just going to give it a little stretch and double it. We're ready to loop up the tail here, so I'm going to reach in on the left. I'm going to move this cap band out of the way and grab that top single band that's going from the left to the right. Reach back in, grabbing that last single, and bring it up to the center. Reach in the center, grabbing that single band, and bring it up to the right. Now I'm going to loop up on the right. So move these bands out of the way, grabbing that single, and go forward. And I'm going to remove off the loom. I'm just going to remove here on the left and the center. I'm going to reach in the black bands and remove off the loom. Give that bottom part, that cap band, a little tug. And now I'm going to attach to the loom. I'm going to attach one end in the top center and the other end on the bottom. And now you can just take this tail and just push it down right in front of the white bands. Now I'm going to go down once on the right and once on the left just for her shorts area. So I'm going to take a single white band and I'm going to wrap this around my hook 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have 4 loops. You're going to slide this onto double black bands and go down once on the right, and then we're going to repeat the same thing for the left. Single white wrapped 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Slide this onto double black bands. And attach on the left. Now I'm going to attach the arms, so I'm just going to grab one of the arms, slide it on my hook. It doesn't matter which way you're going to put it on your hook. You just want the top bands on. And I'm going to slide this on the second peg going down on the left. And I'm going to do this for the other arm on the opposite side of our loom. Make sure you get all the loops around. Now I'm going to put some holding bands. So I'm going to take a single blue band and I'm going to make a triangle right below the arms. Another blue band, single, right below, and one more. I need one black holding band. You might want to push your bands down. And now we're going to continue with the legs. So I'm going to switch to our caramel, double bands. I'm going to go down twice on the right and then twice on the left. I'm going to switch to our white color. I'm going to take a single band and I'm going to wrap this around my hook 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And sliding this onto double white bands. I'm going to go down once on the right and we're going to repeat this for the left. Single, wrap 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Slide this onto double white bands. And go down on the left. Now we're going to take 3 bands of the blue color for her boots, and you're going to go down 3 times on the right all the way to the end and then repeat for the left. And now on the left. 3 bands. 1, 2, and 3, all the way to the bottom. My bands are twisted. Now we're going to cap the ends. With a single band, you're going to wrap it around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to repeat the same thing. So push your bands down. Take another single and go around 3 times again. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to repeat for the left. Single band wrapped 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Give it a little push down, and again. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to cap the center here. Oh, sorry, I already did that. Forgot. No, I didn't. We're going to move these bands down in the center. Just try not to overlap. It'll be too hard to loop when we're done. You're going to take a single band. I'm so sorry. We're going to take a single band and wrap it 3 times. Black. 1, 2, and 3. So we're ready to loop up now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a darker color blue. So my dark blue bands, I'm going to do this. And what we're going to do is pretend like we're making an eye. So I'm going to take a single band and wrap it 4 times around my hook. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Taking a single white, I'm going to wrap it twice on either side. 1, 2, 1, and 2. Now I'm going to loop up just the blue area for her boots first. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push this up a little bit. I'm going to reach in and grab these 3 bands. So I'm going to move the cap band out of the way and I'm going to slide this band on. So move the cap band out of the way, reach in and grab your bottom 3 bands and hold your cap band down, and you want to slide around your peg. Give it a little tug and we're going to slide this band on. Try your best to grab. You can do section by section and make that teardrop. And continue looping the blue, stopping at the white. Let's repeat for the left. Taking a darker blue band, wrap it around your hook 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Taking a single white, wrap it around twice on either side. 1, 2, 1, and 2. Doing the same thing, move the cap band out of the way. Grab the bottom 3 bands, hold the cap band down, and slide around your peg so your bands don't break. And you want to slide this band on. And just loop up the blue. Now we're going to do the white side on the white part. So take a single white band and wrap it around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Reach in, grab the white bands, and slide this band on. And go forward. Repeat on the left. Single white wrapped 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Reach in, grab the white bands, and slide on. Now I'm just going to stop here and I'm just going to start to loop this black area only. So I'm going to reach in at the bottom here in the middle, moving that cap band out of the way, and I'm going to grab the 2 bands that are going up to the center, the top 2. Make that teardrop. And I grabbed the wrong 2 bands, so just give me 1 second to just fix this because I must have overlapped. 1, 2, and 3. So reach in, grabbing the top 2. Ooh, I really did overlap. Bring it to the center. Reach back in, grabbing the next 2 bands that are going up to the right. Reach back in and grabbing the next 2 and bring them up to the left. Now I'm going to continue with the legs. So I'm going to reach in on the right side, grabbing the caramel and going forward. Grab the black on the leg and bring it up. Repeat on the left. The caramel and the black for her shorts, and stop there. Now I'm going to use 3 blue bands, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this part of her shirt. So I'm going to take a single band and I'm going to wrap it that matches her shirt 3 times around my hook. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to do we're just going to push this up for a second because I'm going to forget to put that. We're going to reach in and grab the the black band. Move these bands out of the way. So just give it a little, move all these bands out of the way, grabbing the bottom 2 black bands and go forward. And reach in on the right here, grab the 2 blue bands and slide this blue band on. We're going to repeat this for the left. So take a single blue band and wrap it 3 times around your hook. 1, 2, and 3. Move it up. Reach in, moving all these bands out of the way and just grabbing the bottom 2 black bands. When I go up and looping, I'm just going from the left to the center around my peg, and then I go forward. Reach in, move this holding band out of the way, grabbing the 2 blue bands, and slide this blue band on. Now take a single blue and wrap it around your hook 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And we're just going to loop the center here once. So move in, move this tail out of the way, grabbing your bottom 2 blue bands, and slide this band on. Now I'm just going to continue to loop on the right. So I'm just going to reach in. So this is my 4th peg going down. Move this holding band out of the way and grabbing the bottom 2 blue bands. I'm going to move the arm out of the way, grabbing the bottom 2 blue bands for our shoulders, and I'm going to repeat this on the left. So at your 4th peg going down, move the arm out of the way, and we're going to continue to loop up in the center. So reach in, 1, 2, 3, 4, in your 5th peg going down, and go up. I'm going to reach in, release some of the tension by moving the bands around, grabbing the 3 bands for the neck, and I'm just going to go around my peg and then up. And we're ready to remove off the loom. So I'm just going to remove the bottom portion. Don't move the neck. I'm just going to move the legs first. Just remove the sides. Reach in at the neck and remove off the loom. Just going to be a little bit twisted. I'm going to show you how to fix at the end. If you don't have an extra hook, you can just place her at the bottom peg and keep her there. Just make sure all your loops are around. Now we're going to do her face, and I'm going to take one of the long extensions and I'm going to put back on my hook. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach one end in the top center and the other end at the top left. I'm just going to slide it around the peg and the other end on the left. We're going to do that again from the center to the right with another one. And our last one is going to go from the top center down to the the second peg in the middle. And you can just give it a little push down. Now we're going to take double red bands and we're going to go down once on the right and once on the left. I'm going to switch to double caramel, going down once on the right and once on the left. I'm going to switch to my skin color, double bands. I'm going to go down once on the right and once on the left. I'm going to close this off at the bottom, so double skin color bands from the left down to the center, and then the right down to the center. Push down. We're going to use double caramel color, and I'm going to go down once in the middle, and I'm going to go down twice with our skin color, double bands. 1 and 2. Now I'm going to use a single red band, and I'm going to use it as a holding band, and I'm going to do an upside down triangle. So on my top left, top right, and my second peg in the middle. I'm going to make her eyebrows, so I'm going to use a single burgundy band, and I'm going to go from the second peg on the left up to the second peg in the center and repeat on the other side. Now we're going to make her eyes. So I'm going to use a single dark blue jelly, and I'm going to wrap this around my hook 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. With a single white, I'm going to wrap it twice around either side. 1, 2, 1, and 2. Give it a push back, and I'm going to make another eye. So wrap it around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. With a white band, wrap it around twice on either side. 1, 2, 1, and 2. I'm going to slide this onto a single caramel color band. Pinch and slide. And I'm going to attach this on the second pegs going down on the left and the other end on the right. Push down. Now we're going to do her eyelashes. So I'm going to take a single black band and my hook. I'm going to go under the eye band. So just that single band that has the eyes on it. I'm going to grab the end of the black, and I'm going to bring it underneath and put both ends, that other end, on my hook. Now I'm going to do a slip knot, so I'm going to bring this band over my hook and give it a tug to the right. I'm holding the knot down, and I'm going to repeat on the left. So with my hook, I'm just going to go under the eye band only, grabbing the black band and bring it underneath. Put on my hook and doing a slip knot. And you want to hold the knot down and bring it to the left. If it's twisting, we want to just, if it's coming facing down, you just want to take the band and give it a little turn with your finger. Now with your hook, you're going to reach in the center of the eyes and separate them to either side of the loom. Now we're going to attach holding bands, so I'm just going to take a single skin color band and I'm going to attach to the third pegs going down in a triangle. One right below it, another triangle. Now we're going to make the cheeks, so I'm just going to use the bottom part of my loom and I'm going to go down once using double skin color bands. I'm going to use the right side of the loom. And a single skin color band wrapped 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. I'm just going to make another one for the other side of the face. So double bands, go down once, and a single band wrapped 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now with your hook, I'm just going to loop up one and then attach it. So I'm just going to reach in, move this cap band out of the way, grabbing the bottom 2 bands, and loop forward, and you can remove. I'm going to turn my loom around. I'm going to attach one end on the 4th peg going down and the other end on the 3rd peg going down. So you might just want to push your bands down, one end and the other end. I'm going to loop up the other side here. I'm going to reach in, grabbing the bottom 2 bands and go forward. Remove off the loom. And the same thing, push your bands down if you need to. Attach one end, I'm on the left, to the third peg going down, and the other end has to be on the fourth peg going down. Now we're going to do the nose. So I'm going to grab double skin color bands, and I'm going to use the bottom part of my loom, and I'm going to go down twice. 1 and 2. Now we're going to cap the end using a single black band, and we're going to wrap it around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. My band is a little bit twisted here, so we just want the nose nice and neat. So I'm just going to take my hook and move this capping band around, and it should fix it up a bit. Now we're just going to loop up, so move the cap band out of the way, grabbing the bottom 2 bands, and go forward. Remove off the loom, and I'm going to attach one end on the third peg going down on the left, and the other end on the third peg on the right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make the ears. I'm going to use the bottom part of my loom. I'm going to do both with you. So you're going to take a single caramel color, and we're going to make a triangle. You're going to take a single skin color band and go down once in the center. Push down. Single caramel color, you're going to double it, and you're going to go from the left down to the center, push down. Another single caramel, give it a stretch, and double it. And you're going to go from the right down to the center. Taking a single caramel, you want to cap the end 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Reach in at the bottom, and we're going to loop. So I'm going to move this cap band out of the way and grabbing the top band that's going to the right. So you'll be grabbing 2 because we doubled it. Hold the cap band down and bring up to the right. Reach in on the right, grabbing that single band that we made a triangle, and bring it up to the center. Reaching back in the center here at the bottom, you want to grab that single band that we doubled, and it's going up to your left. Reach in on the left and grab that single band that we made a triangle and bring it up to the center. Reach in at the bottom, grab that bottom single band and bring it up to the middle. I'm going to remove off the loom, so I'm just going to remove the edges here. Reach in and remove. I'm just going to grab the bottom part of the ear where our cap band was, making sure that it's nice and even, and I'm going to slide these bands on the top left. So make sure you get all those loops around and onto your peg. Let's do another one. So a single caramel, making a triangle, a single skin color band, you want to go down once in the middle. Single caramel, give it a stretch and double, and go from the left down to the center. A single caramel, give it a stretch and double, and from the left down to the center. Push down in the middle here and take a single caramel color and wrap it around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Reach in, move that cap band out of the way and grab that single band that we doubled and bring it up to the right. Reach in on the right, move these bands out of the way and grab that single band and bring it up to the middle. Go back in at the center here at the bottom, grabbing that single band that we doubled, bring it up to the left. Reach in on the left here, grabbing that single band and bring it up to the middle. Reach in at the bottom center here, grabbing that single band and bring it up to the middle. Remove the bands off the side with your hook. You can remove off the loom. Give that cap band a little stretch here so it's nice and even. And you're going to attach this on the right side. So make sure that you get all the loops around your hook. Around your peg. Now we're going to attach the body. So I'm going to remove my body here. I'm going to attach this at the bottom in the center, making sure all my loops are nice and even, and putting it around the peg. So now we're going to loop up the face. When I get to this section of the red, I'm going to slide one of these on, another one on this section, and the third one will be in the center. So I'm going to start here at the bottom at the neck, at the chin area actually. I'm going to reach in and grab the top two bands, which are going up to the middle. Reach back in, grabbing the next two, and they're going up to the right. Reach back in, grabbing the last two, and they're going up to the left. Now I'm going to loop up two sections on the left side. So I'm going to reach in at this bottom here on the left and move all these bands out of the way, maybe loosen up some tension, and grabbing the bottom two bands. Don't grab the cheek bands. Bring it around your peg and then up. Reach in, grabbing the bottom two bands, go around your peg and then up. Don't loop on top of the eyelashes, and stop. I'm going to do the same thing on the right, so I'm going to move all these bands out of the way and just grabbing the bottom two bands and go up. Reach in, move these bands out of the way and go up. Now I'm going to reach in on the left and I'm going to grab the single brown band. So I'm just going to reach in, moving the eye band out of the way, and grab that single brown band and bring it up to the center. Repeating on the right, so move the eyelash out of the way here, moving the eye band out of the way, and grabbing that single brown band and bring it up to the center. Now reach in on the left and grab that single red band and that double red band and go up on top of the ear. I'm going to put one of these pieces on my hook. I'm going to put it up a little bit and I'm going to reach in, moving the ears out of the way, and I'm going to grab the bottom two red bands, and before I go up to the top peg, I'm going to slide this piece on and bring it to the top and make that teardrop. I have too many bands around my hook. I grabbed a piece here. I'm going to repeat that on the right. So I'm going to reach in, move the band out of the way, and grab my two red bands and go on top of the ear here. I'm going to put one of these pieces on my hook, and I'm going to reach in, move all these bands out of the way, release some tension if you need to, grabbing the bottom two red bands, go around the peg and slide this piece on and go to the top center. Now I have to loop up the rest of the middle here. So I'm going to start at the fourth peg going down because I've already looped up one section. And I'm just going to grab the band and I'm going to give it a little stretch and go over the nose. If your nose is facing down, you can bring it up. So I just kind of went around the nose. Now going in on the third peg going down, go up once, put our last piece back on our hook, and loop up the last section and slide this piece on. So move all these bands out of the way, grab your bottom two red bands and slide on and go to the top. Now I'm going to take a single red band and I'm going to do a slip knot at the top center. So I'm just going to reach in through all these bands and just go at the other end, grabbing a single red and bringing it through all those bands and do a slip knot. Give it a slight tug. I'm going to remove off the loom, so I'm just going to remove the sides with my hook. I'm going to reach in at the top here and remove off the loom. And this is what you should have. And now I'm going to show you how to fix. So now I'm going to show you how to fix the leg and the arms. I've done one side, so I'm going to show you how to do one, and then you're going to pause and fix the other side. So I'm going to start off with her boot, and you can just fix her cap bands at the bottom. You can fix the little blue and white band here just the same way you would fix the eyes. And you can fix this band that we put here, making sure that it's nice and neat. And I'm just going to twist the bands around. And now at her shorts, you'll find that the 4 loops around on the back, you're going to bring 2 of those loops to the front, one at a time. So you're going to have 2 loops on the back and 2 loops in the front. Now I'm just going to bring 2 loops of the belt to the front. So the 2 loops that are facing towards the top here of the tail, I'm just going to bring those and bring it to the front. So just bringing her legs through. And the other 2 that are in the back, I'm just going to bring on top of her tail. And just fix her tail up. And then you can just kind of bend the bottom part of her boot towards the front. And for her arm, I'm going to bring 2 white bands to the other side, one at a time. So that was one. It doesn't matter which ones you're grabbing, so long you bring 2 to the other side. And then 2 blue bands. And make sure that they're on top of the white. So now I'm just going to fix the cheeks. So I'm just going to grab the cap band that's in here, bring it out. I'm going to find the nose, fix it up a bit. And I'm going to bring the eyes out. And then you can just fix the eyes. And for the eyelashes, you're just going to need a pair of scissors, and then you can just give them a cut. Not too short and not too long. Make sure you don't cut the other bands on her face. And if you need to, just bring this brown band Grabbing both and just bringing it up to loosen up some tension. Now we're just going to fix up her hair a bit, so turn her around. Put these pieces nice and flat. And I'm going to grab 2 loops on the 3rd teardrop. 1, 2, and then 3. So just 2 bands on one side here. I'm going to grab 2 bands from the 3rd teardrop in the center. 1, 2, and 3. So right here, the 2 teardrops. I'm going to grab 1 single band from her face in the back, and then 2 of the bands from the 3rd teardrop. 1, 2, and 3. Take a single band, attach to your hook, support, and you want to just slide through all of these bands and come out the other end. Grab that other end of that band and do a slip knot. I'm just going to go through the center of the head here, through some of these bands, and grab that slip knot and just bringing it through. And then you can just fix up the hair. You can hide that slip knot. I'm just going to fix up the hair, grabbing the cap bands. And I'm just going to go through these bands here, grabbing that slip knot and just hiding it to the back. And she's done. I hope you enjoyed Looming with Cheryl. Please subscribe down below. I have a lot more designs to load, and I will see you next time with another. Bye for now.